Happy New Year. May this new year bring us good tidings and more enjoyable food to eat. I'm beginning the year by sharing with you a very yummy and much requested recipe. I'm sharing with you my local smoky jollof recipe. If you are interested, stay tuned. My name is Thelma and welcome to my new year kitchen. So the basic ingredients for this recipe are tomato paste, fresh tomatoes and scotch bonnet pepper, some ginger and garlic, onions, curry powder, salt, red cayenne pepper and mixed spices. And for this recipe we'll be using smoked fish and of course your rice. I'm using local rice because I want a very local feel. So you're first going to add an amount of vegetable oil to your pan on fire and add in some onions and fry them till they are caramelized or almost transparent. I'm using a very light pan for this because I want to have a very smoky feel. So after it gets caramelized, you're going to then add in your tomato paste and keep stirring. Tomato paste burns really fast, so make sure you keep stirring it to prevent it from burning. And note that you're using a very light pan to achieve the smoky feel, so that means everything in your pan can easily get burnt. So keep stirring your tomato paste and keep an eye on it. So while still stirring and keeping an eye on your tomato paste, you can go ahead and prep your vegetables. So I'm going to be adding into my blender my ginger and garlic, my scotch bonnet pepper aka kpakposhoto, some onions, and of course my tomatoes. And I'm going to be adding some water to this and then blend it all together. After about 3 to 5 minutes, your tomato paste is cooked depending on how dark you want it. This is how I like mine. So at this point, I'm going to be adding in my tomato paste and giving it all a good stir. After it has simmered for about another 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to add in my bay leaf and all the rest of my other spices. My mixed spice powder is made up of a lot of dry spices such as anise, rosemary, white and black pepper. They are all inclusive, and then I blended this together myself at home. So you can make your own mixed spices at home, you just need to grind them all together. But if you guys want a full video on how I make my mixed spice, let me know in the comment section. So like you can see, I have peeled and washed my smoked fish and I am going to be adding it into the stew at this point so that it can suck the juices from the stew and be very yummy and soft, because the smoked fish is more on the dry side. After about 10 minutes, your stew is going to be very well cooked. So you can just stir it again and then look at how soft and juicy the smoked fish has become. It is no longer looking so dry. That is why it is important to add it in the stew quite early. After about 10 minutes, it has sucked the juices and the stew is ready. So you just taste for salt and pepper, and if you're cool with it, just add in your washed rice. A lot of people find cooking jollof very difficult because the jollof either turns out mushy, too dry, or half will be cooked, half will be uncooked. I mean, jollof can be very tricky in cooking. But it is very simple. The secret is in the amount of water that you are adding to your rice to cook. Jollof doesn't need a lot of water to cook. So after your rice has been covered very well by your stew, just add in something little to cook it and stir it consistently. And know that jollof cooks best with the steam from the heat, not the extra water you are adding. If you want to keep adding extra water, your rice is going to turn out very mushy. So this is about 5 minutes later and our rice is almost dry. So we are just going to stir it and turn it so that all the parts of the pot can get enough heat to cook. Then you cover it and let the steam cook it very well for about 15 to 20 minutes. And look at our rice. This rice is done. Okay, it is not mushy, it is not dry, it is not half and half cooked and half uncooked. No, it is not at all. It is just perfect. And because I used a light pan, it is very smoky in feeling. This rice was very smoky. And you know I like colorful food, so I'm just going to be adding in some onions, green bell peppers, carrots, and then some cut scallions at this point, and let the steam cook it for about a minute. So it's just a minute later and my vegetables are cooked. You don't need to overcook your vegetables because we still want to keep the texture and all the nutrients in place. So like you can see, our very local smoky party jollof is ready. And when I mean party jollof, I mean this jollof tasted so much like party jollof. And for those of you who enjoy funeral food, it tasted just like that. I hope you do try this recipe out and your family is going to enjoy it, and thank you so much for it. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched up to this point, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button and join the family. Bye!